Hello everyone, we are back with a new video and we are doing a quick updated video on my, I don't know what you call it, maybe an aura stacker minion kind of build. There's a few interactions going on here. We are dancing dervish. Yeah, super fun skill, obviously just spinning tornado swords everywhere. There's nothing cooler than that. Still running a bunch of auras. We took out the chest piece and we replaced it just with a better armor evasion chest piece. Alpha's Howl, obviously really good. Just run all my auras in there. Looking to probably take out Purity of Elements soon and just replace that with something else. We obviously get all the other three auras just from the passive here. They're not as good version, but you still get the Anger, Haste, and Wrath kind of stuff as well. So as you can see on the screen, there's a lot of shit going on. Basically, we are auto-spawning my Dancing Dervish, and you can keep this uptime on bosses by just putting the worm rings, the Squirming Terror, it's the new ring. So basically, they just keep spawning worms every couple of seconds. This is my mercenary setup. I haven't optimized him yet. I need to get a higher level kineticist, but he's still pretty crazy. Put a Piscators on him. He curses things, all that kind of stuff. This is also really good too. So every time me or my minions kill a rare monster, it spawns just a little. It's kind of like a little totem, and it just gives you an aura. But as you can see, he's kind of just spitting out little worms, and then everything's kind of just killing it. And when something kills it, I have Gravebinds on, so nearby enemies killed counts as me, so it kind of just has this infinite loop of keep spawning swords. So technically the uptime on bosses, you can kind of just do this wasteland map, you can kind of just stand there, when before you kind of had to gain your rampage right at the start. When this kind of, with my kineticist, it kind of just spawns the worms in the map, and you kind of just have your rage. You need 15 rage at least to get it. I'm running Death's Rush as well, so since I'm killing stuff technically with the Gravebinds, I'm just gaining a lot of movement speed and gaining a lot of life on health. It is a minimal button playstyle. All you need to do is run Flesh Offering and keep summoning the Radiance thing. I do have a zombie set up here. I don't know if it's good. They die a lot still. I did try to anoint like some stuff on the tree over here. I got this. This is really good too. So my resistances 75, 75, 75, 75 with all my flasks up. Pretty decent stuff. Yeah, this build can be pretty speedy. It is nice. It's just very chill. You kind of just walk through stuff. Be farming Ritual with it, so obviously you just sit here in Ritual and you see the big spinning circles. When your rampage gets up to like 1,000, the blade just go mental, and you're also gaining a lot of the benefits from the rage as well. So you're gaining the movement speed and all that kind of stuff. There's obviously rampage effects, so when you get to certain numbers or thresholds with the rampage, you get there might be like a DD explosion or like all these other random things. But as you can see, pretty chill. It is still a minion playstyle, which means you're kind of just running through. I don't run Convocation. I don't know why. I don't know if it's super important. I get to a stage where I'm just really fast anyway. And usually the type of maps I'm running, I'm kind of just zooming through anyway. So as you can see on the screen, there's all the fucking lines and stuff. That's the rampage effect as well. Stacking shrines as well, so the more shrines I stack, they give the buffs to your mercenary. So obviously your mercenary gets she's got the double buffs there, which makes it really strong. I'm still trying to find out how to do a lot more damage on bosses. I definitely need to change a bunch of my links on this. I have culling on him, but I don't know, it's probably not that good. The good thing about bossing is though, since now you have 100% uptime on the dancing swords, the swords can kind of just sit on the boss, and they just permanently sit on him. And since they're pretty unkillable, they just sit there, so you just keep running around in circles and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And they still do a lot of damage and stuff. As I said, the zombies still die, so every now and then you gotta kind of just respawn a bunch of them. As I said, for Ritual, I kind of just been using it to farm Ritual. yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a super chill playstyle that's not other minions, I feel like a lot of other minion builds, like pure Spectre builds and stuff, are just very, I don't know, slow and sluggish and stuff. This just feels really fast and speedy. As I said, the mercenary probably carries a lot of the clear speed and stuff. I have tested out some of the other mercenaries. I've tested out the there's like the aura, what is he? He's like the war priest or something. He's really good. So he also gives you one of the purity of elements as well, which is really strong. I've tested him out. I've tried a better single target one. So I tried, there's like a melee guy. He's really good. I think it's like this guy. Yeah, he does the cyclone. I've tested out one of these guys. He's really good. But yeah, as I said, super chill. You can make it go real zoom. As I said, I started running a lot more defensive auras now that I'm kind of pushing into the tier 15s and stuff like that. Just a quick demo though. In terms of mercenaries, I'll show you the old ones. So I was running this guy for a while, the war priest. He summons a bunch of dominating blow stuff. Holy relic. This holy relic's really good. You need to make sure your holy relic hasn't got brutality on it, because if it has brutality, you don't deal elemental damage. I had him with the Victorios. I had this on him, which means everyone's kind of getting the endurance charges. Then nearby enemies were getting hindered as well. So this is really strong. I think it's less clear speed, but I think it's actually a lot better. Yeah, I had the Swift Blade going on for a while. I was just testing out just some random stuff with him. I think you can do some cool stuff where, since I'm running Grace and Termination, I can kind of just stack a lot of damage on him, and I think he kind of just shreds a lot of stuff. I need to do some more testing on that. But that's pretty much the build so far. It's pretty fun, as I said, cool interactions overall. It's very rare you see a dancing dervish build now, but now it seems pretty viable with the two little ringworm things. There was a stage where I was running the ringworms on myself, and then I was putting molten shell, and I was putting the offering one on it too. That was pretty good. But yeah, as I said, I need to put another amulet on this. I'm missing that, I just noticed. Yeah, but super fun build, super good. Do recommend. I think that's all. Latest.